How are we doing, guys? Welcome to the first ever Delusional Fans podcast with myself, Josh, and Kushank. We did record another one, but unfortunately the file corrupted. Well, half of it didn't. We're able to put out one little clip, but fortunately the rest of it corrupted. So this is going to be our official first one. And so we're just going to introduce ourselves. Why don't you introduce yourself, Kushank?
All right. I am 17, so go for the Heat. Favorite player is Jimmy Butler. So I do most of the edits for the account. So which is good. First memory. Well, I'm not that big of a basketball fan until like close to the end of 2018-19. Was when Jimmy Butler hit that clutch bucket against Brooklyn Nets on the Brooklyn Nets, like buzzer beater, catch and shoot. That was good.
Yeah, awesome. Now this is Josh on my left up here. Josh, you want to introduce yourself?
Hey everyone. Yeah, so I'm 17 as well. I go for the Thunder. My favourite players like SGA and Josh Giddey, the Australian god. So pretty much I just do all the stats for the channel, and then like all the rookie stuff and all the trade stuff as well. And I started watching basketball around 2017. And first like major like memory that I was like, wow, it was like the LeBron James block in Game 7. Yeah.
Awesome. My name's Hayden, as you can see in the little bit in the corner there. I go for Portland, and my favourite player is Dame. And I do all the photoshops for the account, so I'll set up like templates for us to do the news, or I'll make a new template. You might have seen if you are on an Instagram account, which will be in the description. You'll see the new templates we're trying out. And I'm also the one that argues with a lot of people on hot takes, especially Russ fans. I started watching basketball in 2017 after LeBron and the Cavs did a 3-1 comeback versus the Warriors. And my first memory of it is seeing all these meme pages post about the Warriors saying like, oh, they blew a 3-1 lead. And so I always assumed that the Warriors just at like the start of the game, like they hit a 3 and they're up by like, it was like literally like first quarter, they were just up by 3-1 in like the grand final because I didn't know it was a 7-game series. So I thought, why is that such a big deal? They're only up like 2 points. But then I later looked into it, found out, and I found the NBA, which is a lot of fun.
Cool.
All right, so to start off today, I want to show, me and Josh have seen this, but Kushank hasn't. It is this buzzer beater hit by UC Riverside. I don't know who the player is. I'm just going to share my screen here.
Was that in the college basketball?
It was a college game.
I saw that. I saw that was a video.
Watch this, Ray. Insane. You ready?
Again, you don't want to give anything away to Riverside, but you cannot foul.
Look at this.
Long distance.
That's insane, dude.
I legit thought that number 4 guy was about to go 10. I was like, why is he?
Yeah, can you imagine?
It's like, imagine
Dude, that was on an away crowd as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is insane.
How crazy is that? All right, so now this leads into a question we're just going to start the show off with today. Would you guys rather hit a buzzer beater on a home crowd or an away crowd?
Away crowd.
Away? Why is that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, because imagine just like hitting a buzzer beater in front of them. They're like, oh yeah, easy dub, and you just hit a buzzer beater in their face and just do the silence. You know what Trae Young did like next?
Bow and stuff.
Yeah, just cool. And like imagine when you go back to the home crowd, everyone's just like cheering you on. So.
Like, can you imagine you hit a buzzer beater like that and everyone in the stands runs on the court?
Yeah.
You did.
I'd rather home.
I'd much rather home.
Yeah,
away would be so cool, bro.
That's what Kobe said. Someone asked Kobe that. He's like, "Oh, away. That's my favorite sound is when the away crowd goes silent."
Because they just go dead silent. They're like mad. It's just like you did something. You like like home crowd. What Dame did against. Well, okay. See, that was cool, right?
Yeah.
But they were already at what? 3-1, wasn't it?
It was 3-2.
Yeah.
No, 3-1. Yeah.
No, it was 3-1.
It was 3-1, and you hit a buzzer beater. So.
But can you imagine
that was cool. That was cool. If it was
especially he hit it in OKC, bro, and it was just like some sheep and a couple farmers watching.
You can't diss the fans, bro. They're loyal, hardworking people, bro.
Yeah, like half the feds are sheep, bro.
Dude, they gotta
They sell
they gotta
hay at
work
the
hard for what
hot
they get,
instead of
bro.
hot dog stands. They just have hay stands. All right, so
Bro.
now we're going to move over to what has been a very hot debated topic the last couple of days in the NBA sphere, which is the Jokic and Markieff Morris incident. So we're just going to watch it here. I think most of you would have seen this by now, but we just want to recap what it's like. Jokic with a clutch block on Adebayo.
It was a foul.
Foul, and then
Down, bro.
boom. That's huge, bro.
Keep the players on the bench.
Dang it.
Get ready for the 29th of November, boys.
Yeah. Can I just show you guys something?
Get ready for the 29th.
Can I show you guys something? Can you see my mouse?
What's up? Yeah.
These shoes are insane. I know it's unrelated. I know it's unrelated, but these are foam posits and they're insane.
How
They
much?
look like the Supreme ones as well. I don't think they are, but yeah. So,
All right.
What do we think? Kushank, what do you think of the incident?
It's instigated by Morris for sure.
Yeah.
He did a pretty hard foul first of all. Like that's NBA though. But as later commented by Jokic, he shouldn't have done that. He's the MVP of the league, and like if him doing that puts a bad mark on the NBA.
Right,
like back
Josh?
then,
Yeah, sorry,
like,
keep going.
even Shaq said that it's fine. Like it's understandable. I see it's understandable, but in the NBA in this day and age, it's probably not good. And I think he should have got suspended longer than one game.
Yeah, what about you, Josh?
So yeah, I'm a bit like torn, like I like how like the physical aspect of it. Like I kind of like the 80s and all that when they all stood up for each other, but like that he kind of hit him from behind as well. And when you're relaxed like that, you get like a heap of like hella whiplash, and that hurts. Like when you just get like tackled from behind when you're not expecting it. But I know, yeah, Jokic definitely deserves like more of a punishment, but Morris, like, it was just a hard foul. I don't think he had to like react to that much, but obviously there was like stuff leading up to it, I guess.
Yeah, if you saw him, he tried to get up after it, and he was fully limping.
Yeah, he would have been winded. He would have been winded as well.
He was limping in some sick shoes, though. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so this is the breaking news that happened. Well, it's not breaking now. The Jokic was suspended for 1 game for the altercation with Markieff.
Yeah.
Is it gonna?
No, Hayden, what do you think?
I'll just do this. Markieff Morris was fined $50,000 for his flagrant foul on Jokic that initiated it. And then Jimmy Butler was fined $30,000 for attempting to escalate the altercation. So if you saw at the end there, we didn't really get to it, but in the rest of the heat, they started going
attacking the locker room, bro.
Yeah,
Jimmy Butler. They actually were there. Have you guys seen that photo?
Yeah, I've seen the photo
of like Kyle Lowry and stuff.
I need that photo as my background. Hold on.
Yeah, so in my opinion, when I first saw it, I think you guys might have seen it on the Instagram account. I did a bit of a dodgy story where I said, "Is Jokic a female dog?" And it was the poll was yes or yes in red.
Yeah.
But now I've seen it, and we'll watch it in a second. But like how Shaq and Chuck talked about it, I kind of understood because in slow motion you really see it wasn't just like a little tick foul. Like you see, he really tried to get in, and then the Morris.
He went for him. Like
it was an elbow move.
He stared him down.
Yeah, it was rough.
Like he went for him.
So I think it's a little bit, dodgy, and you shouldn't really be hitting someone from behind. Like, hold on, we'll get into it in a sec.
Did you see the fight that happened today?
Oh, that wasn't a fight, bro. Those dudes were just aggressively hugging. You see that? That was so funny.
Bro, did you see Joe Ingles, bro? He came in swinging, bro. He pushed the ref out of the way.
That's my boy.
All right, so fully pushed the Nuggets ref as well. If you saw that accident was there.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah. So now we're going to go onto the inside the NBA, what they thought of it, their sort of perspective. Chuck and Shaq, maybe.
Should they both be suspended? One game, yes.
Yes, probably one game.
I agree. Because of the
Not one game, it
because
should
of
be
the
more.
letter of the law of the NBA. But I like what the Joker.
But if there wasn't a letter of the law, you're okay with what Joker did?
Wait, hold. What did Joker do?
No, I'm just saying.
What did Joker do? Hold on, Chuck.
Gave him a shot in the back and whiplashed him.
No, whoa, hold on.
Did he not?
Get him, Shaq.
Get him, Shaq. This is the only time they'll ever agree is when someone like fully decks someone on the floor. You guys will never see them agree ever again unless they literally like deck someone on the floor. It's so funny.
It's called retaliation. First of all, when you hit me, don't turn around. Don't turn around, Brad Miller, because I'm swinging. Do not turn around. You're either going to take it in the front or take it in the back.
Pause. Pause, man. Shaq needs to pause.
He needs to chill out. I don't like what they're trying to say. Oh yeah, fighting is good. So
Yeah. I kind of get it because... Yeah.
Like I agree with it, like, but it could have hurt him as well. Like,
yeah,
I think it did.
What happened? If he got like more injured, I think he would have been I think would have been suspended for longer.
Yeah.
Because like Giannis headbutted Wagner and on the Wizards in the bubble, right, and got suspended for 2 games for a headbutt.
A headbutt's rough, dude.
Yeah, but man got shoved in the back and hit the floor and got suspended for 1 game.
Yeah, I don't get it. But I think, they did what they had to.
I think he should have also got fined.
Yeah.
Like if everyone else is getting fined, why is he not fined?
He's fined the game. That's his fine. And he has to sit out versus the Pacers.
He shouldn't be getting
the bona fide scrub, so.
I'm waiting for his 2 brothers to show up at Miami and get fully like booed off the court.
Yeah. the Heat need to win the next game for it to be good, man.
Wait, what?
The Heat need to win the next game when you guys.
Oh, no, against the Nuggets, yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of the Jazz. Ugh.
Oh.
We had the toughest 3-game schedule: Lakers, Clippers, Jazz.
Lakers are not tough, though.
No, but they have Anthony
Lakers,
Davis and
they're not tough.
they have Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook just sells against it.
Yeah, so that actually segues into our next statement.
He still loves OKC, all right? He wants them to win every game. Anyway.
All right, talking about OKC, Russ and the Lakers. What are our thoughts on Russell Westbrook and the Lakers? I'll give you some of his stats a little bit. So,
isn't he averaging like 20 almost, 19 or something?
In 12 games, In 12 games, Russ is averaging 19 points per game on 18.3 field goal attempts, 5.3 turnovers a game, 28% from 3, 65% from the free throw line.
What was his field goal percent? What was his field goal percentage?
His field goal percentage is 45.
Yeah. I'll go first, but I reckon the biggest problem that Lakers have is like a late game, right? Like Russell get you a bucket, but late game he has turnovers, and like he's not the guy if LeBron is out, he's not the guy to shoot like the final shot, like a 3, right? He's probably like the 5th option after like Carmelo and like AD. So yeah, that's my opinion. Like he fits the system, but like he hasn't fit it well, but he fits the system all right.
Yeah. What about you, Kushank?
The experiment hasn't worked.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook experiment hasn't worked. I think they should. Well, he's already played on the Rockets. They could do a John Wall for Westbrook swap. I think John Wall to the Lakers would be better for them because he can actually he's the floor spacer. He can shoot threes more consistently. Wall. Yeah, John Wall. He's not playing. He's not allowed to play. He's not playing for the Rockets. He's fully gone. They say, "Yep, you're all good." And he's on a $44 million contract. His contract play option goes to $47 million. Obviously, he's going to accept.
I think I saw something. He's like being paid $172,000 this season so far for doing nothing.
John Wall has a career 31% from 3.
Yeah, but do you want 31% or 28%?
But that's for last year. For his career, he's averaging 32% for his career.
That's not too bad. That's better than Westbrook.
I'm sure
To be honest, and Westbrook's mid-range sucks as well.
No, his elbow shots are right.
Yeah, you're right.
Did you not see?
He just has bad shot selection. That's all he has.
Yeah.
He tries to do way too much.
But you see him last night
Against the Lakers, against the Heat.
Yeah, he was taking his shots, elbow shots, and then driving. That's where he's at.
I swear Malik Monk has something against the Heat. Man drops like 30 points whenever we verse him.
Yeah.
Last year he dropped 35. This year he dropped 27. Like, okay. Well, I think they should have traded for what's his name, Buddy Hield and Marvin Bagley. I think trade would have been better.
Yeah, I think the idea for the Russ trade was for them to, if just say LeBron, because LeBron and AD are now injury prone, it was because of that Russ would be able to win them games by himself. And so far, it's been not very good.
50-50, honestly. It's been all right, I guess. They will beat the Heat. They lost to OKC twice somehow.
Yeah, I think that was a turning point for them, though. They've done pretty well after that.
Mm. All right, so
let's prove to Ross why I'm better than Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, Josh Giddey's got to average a triple-double as well.
Okay, enough of Josh Giddey. On to the next question. Well, if we talk about Josh Giddey, Josh will talk our ears off for like all day, bro. My man has notifications on for his TikTok.
Dude,
but his TikToks is so boring, man. He just has the same TikTok over and over again.
Dude, like after the game, bro, he's in the locker room. He does the TikTok. It's so funny.
He's trying to get girls on the sideline, bro.
Yeah, he's trying to assess the prospects after the game,
bro. All right, are the Lakers still contenders?
No.
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 You don't think so? Why is that?
Five seed. Oh. Well, I think Russell Westbrook was a good. They thought it was a good trade, but their floor spacing hasn't worked, and their chemistry is not at a good spot. Like Carmelo has to sweat. Like LeBron is 36. Yeah, he's a 6 man of the year candidate at this point, and he's sweating off the bench. And like he's legit carrying the team. I swear. Like off the bench, if they didn't have him, they would be losing by like 30.
What about you, Josh? You think they're still contenders?
Yeah, well, I'm going to say no as well. Like, I'm looking at the teams now. Golden State, contenders.
10-1, let's be honest. 10-1. Yeah. No one expected that.
I did.
Look at it like
no, you
this.
did. No, you didn't.
Are the Lakers going to be a healthy Brooklyn, like healthy Golden State with Clay back, like Miami? Like, they are still like technically contenders, but I don't think they can go all the way.
They also beat the Heat when Jimmy Butler got injured 12 minutes into the game. So let's be honest.
Yeah.
Can we just go back? Yeah. Can we just go back to you said Kushank about no one predicted the Golden State to be this good?
Contenders.
Can we say Hayden? Hold on. Can we just go back for a second? Hold on. Hayden's 2021-22 power rankings. Can we just look at this for a sec? Golden State. Look at that.
Yeah, contenders. I didn't say they'd not be contenders. I said it's surprised that they're going 10-1.
I'm just saying. On 10-1 as well.
Like they versed the Lakers, beat them. They versed the Clippers, beat them. They versed the Jazz? Did they verse the Jazz? No, they haven't versed the Jazz.
They beat Thunder, I know.
Yeah, but it's the Thunder, let's be honest.
Thunder beat Lakers.
But so like everyone shows up against the Lakers.
No, but like the most surprising thing is their defense.
Yeah, their defense. They're first in the league. It's just surprising. Yeah. But the only good defenders is Draymond, maybe Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, he's pretty good off the bench.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's just a surprise they on 10-1. Like I think they had a pretty average schedule as well, but 10-1 is still pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen on TikTok? Have you seen that on TikTok? The girl that thought the Suns were going to win 6.
No.
That woman. No, you haven't seen that.
What did she do?
Before the season, before the season started, said, "Oh yeah, the Warriors suck." Like legit, they said they have a tough schedule. They're gonna win like 5 games max.
5 games.
Like 5
I
games
think-
into like the first couple of weeks. In like the
I think
first week,
she's
12 games
trolling.
in. No, like I will try to find her and I'll send you the TikTok. Hold on.
Yeah, we'll do it after.
Dude, Clippers
Yeah.
on a 6-game win streak as well, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Clippers are doing well. Isn't that funny that Hayden's predictions are coming true and Kushank's aren't?
And Sunday. And,
I said they weren't going to
Suns
make
as
the
well.
playoffs. They're pretty bottom. They're pretty low, aren't they?
What do you mean, bro? That was 6-game win streak.
Bro, Washington, top of the league, I think. Oh, no,
Yeah.
3rd in the league.
I'm trying to find the TikTok. Hold on.
Mm.
Yeah, keep
So-
going. What's next? I think we're talking about Ben Simmons, I think.
All
Ben
right,
Simmons trade.
we might do that next week because I got the Scottie Pippen thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right, so as many of you may know, Scottie Pippen
Oh,
has
yeah.
been going on a bit of a. He's releasing this new book named Unguarded, and
Yeah.
so people have called it like Scottie's view on The Last Dance. So it's like a second perspective to The Last Dance, written by Scottie Pippen. And so in the kind of tour, you know how when celebrities go on this tour where they look at like they go to all the different spots and they say, oh, blah 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 blah, buy my book. Like what do they call it? Anyway, I think it's called like the
Yeah,
media
yeah.
tour or something.
Mhm.
Yep.
So Scottie Pippen
I
has been on this tour lately, and I just want to share some of, I think, my favourite quotes. So we're starting off with a banger. I was as great a player as Michael Jordan. That was said by Scottie Pippen earlier this year. in June.
Okay. Let's just say this is what I think. I think he had the chance to be a great player like Michael Jordan. But Michael Jordan like was like he was shadowed behind Michael Jordan. He was never given like a real chance.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
All right. The next quote is regarding our friend Charles Barkley. So we're going to go across here. He only got arrested for throwing some little white guys out of a window. I ain't never seen him fight a black man unless there were referees around. He plays his role like he's tough. I don't know nobody he done whooped. So this was after that. I don't know if you guys know, but they have a little bit of beef between them because they did play on the Rockets together. And then one day Scottie Pippen said, "Get out of the club, you fat ass."
Yeah.
As
Well,
basically
that's
said.
when they were out of their primes as well.
Yeah.
So, when they played the Rockets.
So yeah,
That's a very average Rocket team.
So this isn't just like Scottie Pippen way back in the day saying stuff like as a young man. This is this year. I don't know how old Scottie Pippen is, but this is this year Scottie Pippen.
I got you covered. Hold on, let me get it.
Can you check his age? How old he is?
Yeah, I got it.
Man, I like Scott. Like Scottie Pippen must understand. Like him and MJ are like arguably the greatest duo of all time, right? Like,
He talks about how on the court him and Michael were like best friends, like on the court in basketball terms, because they both wanted success. They both tried really hard
He's
for
50
success.
He's 56.
So this is a 56-year-old man talking about another old ass dude. It's like
That has gained weight. That has gained weight, let's be honest.
yeah, he's always been big though. All right, the next one. He's talking about I don't know if you guys have seen The Last Dance. If you haven't, you definitely need to see it after this video.
Tony
Obviously.
Coach.
He talks about the shot after. This is when Michael was on his first retirement, and it was sort of Scottie's team. There was a point in the playoffs where they needed to score 2 points to tie the game, to go to overtime, and Phil Jackson drew the play out for Tony Kukoc. And as famously, Scottie Pippen said, "I'm not going in the game. I'm just going to sit down." And so this is what Scottie said this year again about the situation. I felt like it was an opportunity to give Kukoc a rise. It was a racial move to give him a rise. After all I've been through with organization, now you're going to tell me to take the ball out and throw it to Tony Kukoc? You're insulting me. And so, yeah, that was the famous part about that is that, yeah, so Phil drew it up for Scottie to throw the ball to Tony, which is like add insult to injury because if Scottie was on the court, they would have thought, right, he's going to Scottie, there would have been.
Yeah.
They might have even doubled him, so Tony could have got open.
Yeah.
Like they did the exact same thing to like MJ a couple of times when they like gave Steve Kerr the last shot.
Yeah.
Like to win the championship as well, they gave Steve Kerr the last shot.
Yeah. The difference with that is that Steve Kerr was told, like Michael said, who's open? And then Steve's like, I'm open, because they're doubling Michael. He said, right, I'm going to pass the ball to you, you're going to shoot it. That was kind of the difference between those. And also...
so Michael Jordan's first retirement, I'm just trying to find like Scottie Pippen's stats on his first retirement.
Yeah.
All right, so when Michael Jordan first retired, Scottie Pippen averaged 22.
Yeah.
So like he had a good season. Like I think he was playing behind Michael Jordan's shadow for so long. Like he was tired of it.
Yeah.
He wasn't a bad player. Like he led the Bulls in assists. Yeah, and he was second in everything else to Michael, but he led in assists. I think he led in steals.
Yeah, he did lead in steals. The man's average man was so good at defense. So
he wasn't a bum.
You could understand. Like he's been All-Star, All NBA throughout his whole career. Like we're not disrespecting him, but like MJ is like the greatest player of all time, right?
Well, actually, on that,
like,
you know that after the season he came back from retirement, he didn't make the All-Star game.
Yeah, he didn't make an All-Star team after
17
he
games.
left. What's it called? Yeah, so
what? He retired, came back, he started playing again.
He didn't make the All-Star game after 1997.
First retirement.
Yeah, no, so it was after after the Last Dance.
He made the All-Star on his last 2 seasons.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
I'm looking at Basketball Reference right now.
Yeah, there's a star next to 2002, 2003.
No, there isn't. Are you lagging, boss man?
I reckon he did in his Washington season. I have a feeling he did.
No, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, so no, we're talking about Scottie Pippen.
Oh, Scottie Pippen. I'm talking about Michael Jordan, bro.
No. Yeah, so
after the Last Dance, he didn't make any, like the last season. Yeah, he didn't make any All-Star games. No.
Yeah.
Talking about Michael Jordan. Sorry, my bad.
That's so good. Yeah, so after he left Chicago, he didn't make any what's it called?
Yeah.
Any All-Star.
But did that? I don't know anything after that. But
I feel like it's like the same thing. Yeah. Sorry, Josh.
I was just saying, like it depends who's on his team though, because that's when he was out of his prime as well.
Yeah.
It's like the same situation with Giannis and Chris Middleton. Like Giannis is the great player, right?
Yeah.
And Chris Middleton compliments him so much that he is an All-Star. So Scottie Pippen complimented Michael Jordan so much that he was an All-Star. As Michael left, he had to do it on his own. He wasn't that he didn't know how to do it because he's never done it before.
Yeah.
All right, so on to the last quote of Scottie's that I thought was interesting. Was this one where he disregards his famous flu game. He said, I don't see too many bad back games, but I do see flu games. It's the flu. Come on. What do we think about that?
Damn, like, have you ever had the flu? It's kind of bad. It's pretty bad. And you're playing a basketball game. And wasn't it in the playoffs as well? Like
it was in the 1997.
There was a flu game. Yeah, you can say that was a flu. You can also say Dirk's final runs was a flu game as well. Wasn't he sick as well? Like the Heat players were mocking him.
I don't know.
You don't remember that? They were coughing in the locker rooms. So yeah, I've got a cough. I'm sick and all that stuff.
Nah, I don't remember that.
I think I've heard that, Kushing. But yeah, what Scottie's doing here is he's talking about how he had a torn hernia disc.
Bad back.
I think it was. Yeah, it says here. Oh no, that was a different one. But yeah, he had a herniated disc in his back. And so if you guys remember, he went to the locker room and came back. It was very, very sore.
Yeah, and Last Dance.
So I think that's what I was talking about there, really. We got 7 minutes left before Zoom kicks us off. So do you guys think that he's justified in his actions?
No.
No?
He played with the greatest player, arguably the greatest player of all time.
Not arguably.
You should be humbled to be.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Thanks, Eden.
Mm.
Thanks, Eden. I think there is an argument. Like, you can't. I don't feel like the greatest player. Jordan is a great player. Let's be honest, right? One of the best. But obviously, eras have to play
He
a
is the
lot
best,
with that.
We're not doing a GOAT debate right now. We're not doing a GOAT debate right now. We're not doing a GOAT debate. Let's talk about Scottie Pippen right now. Sidetracked.
The era has to. The eras have to play a lot with it. And Michael Jordan was a very good player. Let's be honest.
We're not doing a GOAT debate right now.
He is. He. No. He is number one in greatest of all time. To be honest, right? He's number one.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Scottie Pippen because we just been talking about him.
Yeah, but so Scottie Pippen should be humble. He played with the greatest, arguably the greatest player of all time, and he should be very humble that he played with him because, like, that's like a one of a kind person that's gonna never come through.
Yeah. So a lot of these quotes,
and you did get and you did get 6 rings out of it. So I don't know why he's being mad.
A lot of these quotes did come from because of The Last Dance. Like, he wasn't put in the particularly greatest light. This is after talking about his ankle surgery that he delayed so that he could go on a free agency healthy. It was also after like the Tony Kukoc still was played out in many of the in the Last Dance, like the series. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of where he's coming from, is that he's sort of saying he thought he got a bad rap in the series. And so this new book that is coming out, Unguarded, I think it's already come out, I'm not sure. He basically, it's his memoir. And so he's basically explaining like how he was able to go through the whole thing with Jordan and how it's affected him, kind of. But many people are blaming this to his private life becoming public. I don't know if you guys know much about him and his wife. They split up, very messy divorce. Also, I heard, I'm not 100% sure, I'll have to look it up, one of his sons passed away.
Okay.
So, I think I heard that.
Yeah,
I do feel bad for him though, bro. Like, he's had a hard life, like the way he grew up and everything.
Yeah, like he came up, both his brother and his dad were in wheelchairs, and yeah, it's rough. So I do kind of feel bad for Scottie, but some of the things he's saying is just going to ruin his legacy forever.
Didn't he also have like one of the worst contracts in the NBA history, like the lowest paying ones for like a superstar, one of the superstars?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a 17 mil for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you look at like Jerry Reinsdorf and stuff, he had to sign that because he had such like a poor situation back home in Arkansas. He had to sign that to have security because he didn't know if he was going to get another contract. And so Jerry Reinsdorf's just like, don't come negotiate the contract with me. I'm not going to give you an extension or anything.
Right.
I'm going to need to head up. Hold up. We'll be back and see. I'll see if we'll be back. All right. Thank you for listening. I'll see if I ever come back.
All right.
Guess so.
Yeah, so we got like 3 minutes left, so I think we'll pack it up. So thank you guys for watching through the first podcast. Hopefully this one doesn't corrupt, it goes through. And it should be out sometime. I don't know when you guys are watching this. Really appreciate a like, subscribe, turn the bell on, all that normal YouTube stuff. It's going to go on YouTube. The support would be really good because we're just starting out. We have under 100 followers on Instagram. We're just trying to,
have a bit of fun,
Yeah, have a bit of fun, a couple memes, do some news. So glad you guys got to get to know us, talk about a few different things. Yeah. Very exciting.
And next time we'll do a little mock trade stuff and all rookies and stuff.
So next week, hopefully Ben doesn't get traded in between now and the next podcast. We'll look about Josh is doing especially as our trade and rookie expert, so he's going to be talking about the rookies and Ben Simmons mock trades.
Yeah, definitely.
So, really appreciate all you guys watching, and we'll see you next time.
All right. See everyone.